Good morning, YouTube. So we're back again today. We got a deck profile for you. This time I'm going to give you a red Omnimon. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We got 3 copies of Digimon, one of the new best Digitamas in red. I like this ratio in my Omnimon build, the 3 Digimon and the 2 Koromon. So Digimon is good generically, like you don't have to be a level 6 or higher like with Koromon to get the boost from Gigi, but this doesn't really do you anything early game until you start swinging, and you don't want to swing early a lot of times with an Omnimon deck. So I don't think playing 4 of this is correct, but I do think you want to play at least 2. So I'm trying this ratio out. I like it right now. I feel like I could cut it to 3 Koromon and 2 Digimon, because Koromon is still really good since you're always going to have the material. But you need the power boost in Omnimon in order to hit over other Omnimons in the mirror matchup, and to hit over other Omnimons in security to make sure your stuff doesn't die. So having power boosters in your babies is very important. Now on to the rookies. It's red. You have to play 4 of this Agumon. That's non-negotiable. I'm playing 2 Guilmon because I said power boosters are important, so having extra copies to give you more power is good. I'm playing 2 of these Guilmon because getting memory choked kind of sucks, and if you're left at 1 memory a lot and you need to make more than 1 evolution, it can't happen, and sometimes Guilmon will let that happen for you. And it's just a rookie that you can swing with, and you don't really need all of your rookies since you're trying to build up chains, so This fills slots, and it's a good card to swing in with on its own. So it's a good card to play, but I don't think it's like the end all be all of like red rookies. Like some players are making it out to be, like, especially in the Japanese meta, everybody ran like 4 of this, and here in the English meta, I don't see it getting the same results, but it is still a good card nonetheless. And then to round it off, for the rest of the level 3s, I got 2 of the starter deck Bio and 4 mono to give me a total of 6 2-drop vanilla rookies. 14 rookies. I like this number. You can't really afford to play any more since you need a lot of the space in the rest of the deck for level 4s, 5s, and 6s. And you'll see that. The level 4 lineup I'm actually not really going to explain at all because it's every Omnimon level 4 lineup. Got 4 blocker, 4 of your 1-cost evolution, and 4 Greymon to give yourself an additional security attack. So I think the Greymon is actually super important because of the mirror match. You really want to start swinging at your opponent's security and make sure that you're chipping away faster than them. So I think maxing out on this card is actually important. But I could see you playing 3 of this and 1 of like the BT1 Greymon to give you an extra 2,000 power. Because, again, more power in the Omnimon mirror match is always good. On to the level 5s, I have 3 Groundramon, 4 Lava Margaritamon as your 2 cost to evolve into level 5s. Having these is great. I didn't feel like the full 8 was important, and I wanted to play a couple 1-ofs in the rest of the level 5 slot, so I'm playing 1 Skull Greymon and 1 Duramon. The Duramon could easily be a 4th Groundramon if you want it to be, but I really like having another inheritable skill for security attack +1, especially since the goal of this deck is to turbo into a level 7. If you get Greymon and this, your Omnimon swinging for 3 security and then can attack again for the rest. So this card can come up, and the 6 cost to play is nice, like having a 5 cost, 3 5 costs and a 6 cost makes it so that you can actually hard play an ultimate if you need to. But I really like this in testing. But yeah, I can definitely see people messing around with this. But I'm playing 12 level 4s and 9 level 5s, stock standard ratios. It is red Omni. There aren't really that many cool things you can do with it because the deck space is super tight. So this is pretty much the standard list for all of you guys at home considering to play Red Omni. This is the best deck in the format, or going to be one of them at the very least. I have 1 Volcanic, 3 Blitz, and 3 Phoenix. So my list does differ a bit here. Most players are only playing 2 Blitz and 4 Phoenix, or they're playing 3 Phoenix, 2 Blitz, and 2 Volcanic. I think this card could be a 2 or a 3 of. This card should be a 3 or a 4 of in Red Omni. And then Volcanic, you don't really need anymore because you have Alter S. But I still like having 1 of it in the deck because your worst matchup is going to be Rush-style matchups, like Rookie Rush, the green variant that's going to be playing like 18 to 20 rookies, Yellow Mastamon, stuff like that. So having a card that can blow all of their little dudes out of the water is nice. And, Blitz Greymon is good against every rogue matchup. You go against purple and they play a Lilithmon on you. You just go, all right, D-Digivolve it. Green plays Sarismon against you. You just D-Digivolve it. Any problem this card can make go away just as much as your level 7s can. And so I think playing 3 of this is beneficial. But that's my level 6 lineup. I'm playing 7 of them, which is honestly low for Red Omni's list, I feel. I would like to make room for 1 more Phoenixmon, but there is a tech card later on that I really like playing, so I think I'd rather bump that up to 2 before I bump Phoenixmon up to 4. But on to the Omnimon lineup. Now, I do have 3 Alter S and 2 regular Omni in this list. Most players are doing it this way. They'll play 3 regular Omni and 2 Alter S. I think Omnimon's worst matchup, again, is the Rush-style decks, and Alter S is better against those decks. So I like the 3-2 here just because of this deck's weaknesses. Sure, this Omnimon is generically better against most decks just because any threat that you have, this card can just remove. But I really do like the Alter S. Just, again, deck specific. Like, this card really will save you a lot of the times. And this card, sure, it's your win condition. Like, these cards are both, win conditions in the deck in and of themselves. And this card will blow a lot of matchups out of the water. But the matchups that you were going to lose to, this card can save you. So, that's why I'm playing 3 of it. Now, on to the last cards in the deck. I'm playing 1 of the the booster set tie. This is kind of a tech card because every red player cut this for more Omnimons, more level 5s, more level 6s. I think setting your memory is very important in this deck. You're going to have a bad time against Shine Greymon, Imperial Dramon whenever they're memory choking you and you are only getting to play 1 card and theirs are getting set at 3 memory. And this card kind of helps with that. It makes it so that you're always able to play 2 cards a turn. It makes it so that your level 6s, when you stop on them, are actually threatening, so that your opponent has to spend their Omnimon to take out your level 6 rather than hold the Omnimon to take out your Omnimon when you drop it. And so for those reasons, I really do think this card is great. It helps against Rookie Rush, it helps against the Mirror Match. It just makes it so that you're putting on more pressure and that you can play more cards. And if your issue with Red Omni is getting memory choked and only being able to evolve once or twice a turn, might I suggest adding 1 or 2 copies of this in your deck? I really want to find room for a second one of this. I really do. Because it does put in a lot of work, especially against the Mirror Match and the Shine Greymon matchup. But right now, I only have the room for 1 of it. Now, last 2 cards in the deck. This is a red deck. We have 2 copies of Gaia Force. Now, in 1.5, this is something you're going to see a lot of. Red Omnimon cut Gaia Force for more copies of Omnimons than the level 6s. Because this card is a brick in your hand a lot of the times. You go, man, I can use this to delete any Digimon, or I can evolve into Omnimon and delete any Digimon, and one furthers my board state, and the other one gives them a couple more memory. I don't get to draw off of it. Sure, I don't have to have the level 6 in play in order to be able to use it, which, with Omnimon you do. You have to have something to evolve into. which is why you still need a couple copies of this card in your deck. Like, some red players are cutting this card completely, but almost nobody is going to be playing 4 of this anymore, unless you're just playing, like, red level 6 turbo. But this is probably the biggest change in red moving forward from set 1.0 to set 1.5, is you will see a lot of people cut this card from 4 to 2. It's still powerful in security when it comes up, but you also have more Omnimons now. Like, in the past, you were only able to play 4 Omnimon. Now you can play the Omnimon and the Alter S, so you have 15,000 bombs in your security that your opponent has to worry about hitting. And yeah, they still have to worry about this card too. So you don't need 4 of it anymore because it will just clog your hands. And this deck's the worst thing about this deck is you're playing so many cards of so many levels, and like, it's so consistent until it isn't. Like, you go, man, I have all these level 6s and all these level 4s. I need a level 5. And then the next game, you're like, man, I have these Groundramons, I have these Lava Garidamons, and I have an Omnimon. I need a level 4 and I need a level 7. You know, your biggest weakness is missing pieces, so cutting these cards for more pieces is good. So that's all I have to say about this deck, really. It's a tier 1 deck, and it's not at the point in the format where everybody's tired of it yet. Like, everybody wants to know how to build this deck right now, and, you know, in a couple weeks, everybody's going to be like, ah, man, I'm tired of seeing Red Omni. So I figured this is the best time to put this deck out. So, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. We're still doing the giveaway. And, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.